Hi, I know I've been away for some time, haven't been doing reviews, but now I'm back, and so let's start reviewing. And today is Superman Escape from Bizarro World by Jeff Johns, Richard Donner, and Eric Powell. Now, those of you who don't know who Richard Donner is, he directed the Christopher Reeve Superman films 1 and 2. There's a little bit of controversy about 2, but just Wikipedia Richard Donner and you'll find out, like, he's done all these great films. One of my favourite directors, he's done The Goonies, Superman 1 and 2, I think he's done Die Hard, he's done all these classic films, but he also writes comic with his former protege, Jeff Johns, and the artist, and this is Eric Powell, Superman Escape from Bizarro World. Now, the premise in this comic is simple. Bizarro comes and kidnaps Pa Kent and takes him off to Bizarro World, which is a square. And everything in Bizarro World is Bizarro, and it's really fun reading how crazy Bizarro World is. But this comic is more of exploration between Superman's relationship with Pa Kent and Pa Kent's relationship with Bizarro and Superman's relationship with Bizarro. Those of you who don't know, Bizarro's kind of like a messed up Frankenstein clone of Supes, and he's just bizarre. Everything's opposite to him. Like, if I say Bizarro hates you, if Bizarro says Bizarro hates you, it means Bizarro loves you. Now, I want to talk about Eric Powell's art in this trade paperback. And wow, it is brilliant. I'm not sure how good you can see here. I'll show you something I really liked here. Oh, sorry about that. Now look at in Bizarro World, there's Bizarro Robin, Bizarro Batman. I love Bizarro Flash being so fat and everything. So I'm not the art by Eric Powell. Oh my god, Oh, Bizarro Green Arrow there. It's so cool. I mean, I think Eric Powell's art is amazing. I think this is the first Eric Powell drawn book I've ever picked up. Great art. As I said, the relationship. It's about Clark's relationship with his father, Clark's relationship with Bizarro, and Bizarro's relationship with Pa Kent. So basically, Bizarro kidnaps Pa Kent, takes him to Bizarro Land, and Supes has to save him. So that dynamic's going on, and Supes thinks what his father means to him, and you feel sorry for Bizarro because he isn't really a bad guy. He's just so messed up. He's a clone. He's a failed clone who isn't there mentally as, a clone should be. Well, a clone, whatever should be, but he's not there as a normal person should be, I really enjoyed this book, or the first story in this book, okay? Now, Superman Escape from Bizarro World, this is the first story is, by Jeff Johns, Richard Donner, and Eric Powell. But it's a short story, so what they did was add 3 classic Bizarro stories. Now, I think the 3 classic Bizarro stories from the 80s, 70s, and 60s, I think, are actually better than the main story itself. The main story itself, Escape from Bizarro World, is really good. But the classic stories is really cool. It's got introduction by Jeff Johns, all 3 of them. I like the first one where basically in Bizarro World babies are born normal. So basically Bizarro sends his baby to Earth because he's afraid that his baby will be rejected because he's born normal. And it's a really good story. And the third one I liked as well, where Bizarro is kind of like this Frankenstein dark, deep creature. Again, you have the sympathy factor for him. I thought the classic stories were much better than Escape from Bizarro World in this, because the trade paperback also collects the 3 stories I mentioned. As far as the first story goes, it's good. It's not bad at all, and it's fun and enjoyable. As I said, Eric Powell's art's brilliant. Jeff Johns, always the master writer, brilliant. But the classic stories are just so much better. Trust me. This trade paperback overall is definitely worth it. It's got great main story. The 3 classic stories are awesome. I definitely check this out, and one, it's got let me show you this here as well. It's got all these cool intros by Jeff Johns, if I've not mentioned, but yeah, I mean, you got Bizarro baby being sent off because he's normal, so he gets sent off to Earth, You know, I thought that was kind of cute. Then you have Superman take on Bizarro Justice League, which is also really weird and awkward. So you see like Bizarro, Green Lantern, and all those people. Then you have the John Bryan story from the 80s about Bizarro, where he's much more sadder figure and everything. But yeah, I mean, like, I really enjoyed this trade paperback overall. The main story itself is too small for it to be a part of a trade paperback. So obviously there are 3 stories that happen to be better. But every story in this trade paperback is good. I would definitely recommend that you pick this up. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. And pick this up. This is worth the money. It's awesome. And it's got an introduction of a Brian K. Vaughan for you Saga and Y fans as well. I mean, like, but just for the art, I mean, like, to me, Eric Powell in the first story in Escape from Bizarro World really stole the show, you know? Like, let me show you, like, you feel so much sympathy for Bizarro here. Like, because he's messed up, you know? And the art, I mean, I can't sort of, like, repeat how great the art is. I mean, like, it's probably amazing art, you know. The art's good, the writing's good. And another good thing about this, you don't really need to know anything. You can just pick this up, read it, and have fun. I mean, like, it's a full contained story. You don't need to read anything before, you don't need to read anything after. And it's probably the best. If you're into Bizarro, get this book. If you're into Bizarro, get this book. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this review.